Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of One Man. I am your host, Jack Spade. Got the co-host with me, Bodie 3000 in the building. Bodie, what's good?
Shit, man, I'm just excited. We got a number two because I didn't know who that was gonna be. I'm talking about wide receivers. If y'all didn't know, so it's exciting right now. I'm good.
Last time we talked, man, was the schedule
Mhm.
release.
Yep.
Well, we talked after that, but of course, last time we did the show here was the schedule release, man. So we'll get into that on today's episode of one time for the fan. But you got a chance to check the NBA playoffs out?
Yeah, I've been watching, man. You know, I ain't got cable, so I got to stream them when I watch them.
Okay. Big game on today. I was at the United game.
How was that?
United versus New England. It was 2-2. So United didn't get a chance to come away with a victory, but 1 point is better than no points. But yeah, man, the NBA playoffs. I'm actually looking at the what's this? Mavs and Suns, right? They about to go crazy right now.
Yeah,
but it was nice. It was nice. Boston heading to the Eastern Conference Finals. I was hoping it would be the Hawks, but maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
But yeah, man, it could be Golden State versus Boston or Golden State versus Miami. I honestly think Golden State might win it because they're the most experienced team left in the playoffs right now. They have the opportunity. So
yeah, I think it'll be Boston versus Golden State in the finals, and I actually think Boston can pull it out. They didn't show me a lot.
Yeah. Tatum's nice. Tatum
is on demon time right now.
Yeah, he's going crazy. Shout out to Chase in the chat. What's up, Chase? Can't wait for the home opener. Man, we can't wait. What are you talking about?
Be in there.
Boy, we finna get into this, Chase. We about to get into this. Get your brother, your cousin, your nephew, your auntie, your uncle. Tag some Falcon fans. Get them in here because we have a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had a little conversation about the NBA playoffs, but that's not what this show is about. That's not what this show is about, man.
Yeah, I know.
This show is about one thing and one thing only: the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I already know.
And man, oh man, I don't know if y'all seen my cut last time. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Shout out to the Rise Up Tour, man. Anybody going on them away games? Shout out to the Rise Up Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Bodie, we'll get into that. You going on some away games, ain't you?
Absolutely.
That schedule is something that we was excited to talk about the other night, but now we get a chance with another episode because now we're doing the One Time for the Fan show on Wednesdays and Sundays. So 2 nights a week because there's so much going on with the Atlanta Falcons, man. We just can't sit back and just let this happen. We can't wait a week. I can't wait a week. You know what I'm saying? End up talking about the Falcons damn near 5-6 times a day, especially when you see what's going on. Bodie, the schedule was released the other day, and of course, Chase just said he can't wait for the home opener. The home opener is versus the Saints. So we can take a couple of minutes here just to talk about that. Mariota versus Winston. You don't know if Kamara is playing. Let's be real. You don't know if Kamara is playing. I'm glad you raised that point last time. I totally forgot that Kamara had beat some dude up or whatever. I don't know what they're doing.
He did some crazy New Orleans things.
Did some New Orleans stuff. But if he's not playing week 1, I'm not worried about a rookie wide receiver. I'm not worried about Jarvis Landry. Not worried about that. 4-game suspension, I believe. I hope it is 4-game suspension because guess who they got week 1? God damn it, got them birds. Shit's about to get real. But Bodie, talk to me about week 1. Mariota versus Winston. We might have a rookie running back in the backfield versus whoever they got. Drake London. We'll break down some of this offense. I mean, are you worried about week 1? I mean, talk to me, man.
Am I worried? No, absolutely not. I mean, look, it's gonna be. I personally think we're better than them.
Yeah.
Roster wise, I'm not scared of nothing they got. I mean, Cam Jordan is he's classic. I'll give him. I might not like the Saints, but I'll give him his props. Cam Jordan is that's a monster. and he been there the whole time, and he been terrorizing us for years. But
This is where it stops.
Was that?
This is where it stops.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, it ends here. The buck stops here. Like this is done. Like first off, the quarterback matchup. You say 4-game suspension? Yeah, Chase. Probably is. It's something.
You can take them 2 touchdowns off the board. You can take them off the board. So
take
now what's the
score?
score?
The 70 yards receiving in that.
He might get a buck on your ass, so I ain't gonna play. That boy, he's talented. I ain't gonna deny the talent.
Did you know that Alvin Kamara has never rushed for 1,000 yards in the season?
Oh, really?
Never.
I'm glad. That's why I'm glad you're on the show, Professor, because that's some stuff right there I honestly didn't know. I didn't really care that much about Kamara. Only thing I care about him is when we play that little sorry ass down there.
Yeah.
And that's when he starts getting active.
And I mean, Alvin Kamara was a crazy weapon. I'm just saying, Jameis ain't Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Drew Brees had to, Jameis want to sling it. Drew Brees check down God.
Yeah.
Check down God. Like, why you think Mike Thomas got 150 catches in the season? Like, check down God. That's what he did. Ran slats and all this. They ain't got that now. They got Jameis. They got famous Jameis making all these bad decisions.
Somebody made a joke on Twitter and said, just with the 2 receivers they added with Chris Olave and Jarvis Landry, it's just more slants being ran. That's all it is.
Exactly.
It's slant gang. I don't know what's going on over there with the slant route.
Olave fast. But shoot, that's fine. Have Olave go on the street because James is gonna throw it right to us. I mean, but okay, so all right, let's just say the Saints ain't got a run game. Barely. I wouldn't even count their pass game with Jameis. Jameis got talent. He just, I don't know what he is. Inconsistent as hell. But we can say the same about our quarterback who has a major chip on his shoulder, Mariota.
But do you look at week 1 and worry about Jameis Winston leading the Saints offense against Mariota, Falcons offense, what we're doing? I mean, as a Falcon fan, I give Mariota the edge over Jameis Winston.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because Mariota, be it he's not what he panned out to be or what everybody else wanted him to be, he doesn't make a million mistakes.
Yeah.
He doesn't make mistakes. He is a smart quarterback. And he could take off. He take off more than Jameis don't really run like that. That's the thing. That's the thing we got. That's an added advantage. We can add our toolbox. Is a mobile quarterback who they're gonna call run plays for, and they're gonna freaking have him run bootlegs and all. Just have everybody moving. Come here, baby. Night.
Little Falcon fan, I see you.
Say night, people.
I see you, little man.
All right, go night. But yeah, basically, I mean, it's just I'm not worried about James.
I'm not worried about the Saints week 1.
I'm not worried about the Saints.
That's why I put that shit as a W.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about the Saints week 1. These fans
at all.
I mean, we've been through this, man. It's a rivalry. That's what it is. But look at the pieces that the Saints has compared to the Falcons right now. Their rebuild is nowhere near what we're doing.
Yeah.
They trash.
They are.
You should wake up every morning and expect to beat the Saints. You shouldn't sit there and say, "Oh, that's an L on our schedule." No, they're trash.
They are trash.
Don't like the Saints. So fans talking about the Saints gonna beat us week 1. No, they're not. Stop it. And that's your opportunity to be 1-0, to get a winning record for the first time in years. And then, of course, when you go to week 2, you go to the Rams. People might say that might be an L. To understand the seriousness of that game, so early in the season. But even if you go 1-1, you got Seattle the week. You got Seattle the week after. You're going 2-1.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it on paper,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't hear the Falcons. I don't hear that when they talk about the Saints going to beat us week 1. No, they're not. Stop it. We finna smash the Saints in the bins, and we might sweep their ass too. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer in these Falcons right now with what they're doing. I like this rebuild. If this is the rebuild, I'm with it. Look at what the offense is about to become. Look at what the scheme. We was 1 win away from the playoffs, man. Come on, like, let's be serious here, Bodie. You feel what I'm saying? So, talking about that, looking at the schedule, I mean, what game are you excited for this season? Because for me, I'm thinking like that Rams game number 2, because especially going out to LA, like I'm gonna have so much fun out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to a new stadium, new vibe, whole new. You know what I mean?
I want to hit that
Everything,
one.
but
I do want to hit that one, but I'm gonna
that's the
see
toughest
what I
game on the
can hit.
schedule
But
for me. What do you think,
the
buddy?
game I'm most excited about is I guess I could say that Bengals game. It's a couple. The Bengals game.
The
I
Bengals
just
game is
want to see them
big.
against the the good teams in this league.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a young, good team. We're a young, up and coming team. We got to see what we got. I think we're gonna be all right though. I want to see what they do against the Bengals because they gonna be. They got run game. They got a pass game. They got big receivers like us.
shout out to Chase, man. 1-0 does give us so much confidence. When was the last time you were 1-0?
I don't even remember.
Like, be for real.
I have no idea.
You have an opportunity to beat the Saints, go 1-0. I mean, the Rams game is gonna be tough. Seahawks game, you could be 2-1 right there. We don't know about Deshaun Watson in week 4.
Yeah,
most of y'all don't even know who the backup quarterback is for the Browns. It ain't gonna be Baker.
It ain't Baker.
So we ain't worried about no Browns when it comes to week 4. I mean, that could be another win right there. And then you got the Bucks. That's a tough one right there. That's always a tough one.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, Tom Brady is just tough. Tough.
You're going to Tampa too. Are you staying at home? Is that home out here? Let me check this one out.
You're going to Tampa.
Week 5.
Yeah. Okay. And the last game of the season is Tampa at home.
At home. The 49ers at home. We don't know how the offense is looking without Jimmy G, without Deebo Samuel. We can't call that.
Yeah.
We can't call that. I knew we blew the bag last year when we played them, but we can't call that right now.
Yeah. See, they got a little dysfunction with that Deebo Samuel situation. That's a little dysfunction right there. A lot of the cats believe he said he don't want to be there, and he might end up being there if he signed some money. But we'll see what happens there. They not there.
Yeah,
they can't stand there.
Like you said, the Bengals week 7. That's gonna be a tough one.
Yes, it's gonna be a tough one, and it's gonna be one I want to see how they hold up.
That's an easy one.
Panthers, yeah,
that's an easy one. You should be able to take 2 of those 3. You should be able to take 2 of those 3 games right there out of the Panthers, Chargers, Panthers.
Too easy.
You can't beat the Chargers. You should be able to beat the Panthers on Sunday and then on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Does the Panthers worry you? Like,
what?
Come on, man. The Panthers are
trash. The only team we got to worry about is Brady's team.
It's Bucks. That's the only team we got to worry about in this division. That's why I'm trying to let fans know, like, you know what I'm saying? I know what the team could do. You know what I'm saying? I know what the team probably can't do. But you're going to go to the playoffs this season looking at the schedule, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you straight up. Even after the Bucks and the Chargers that trap game because you got the Bucks on 8 and 10. So the Chargers come back. You beat the Bucks on at 1:00 on week 8. Then week 9 the Chargers come in.
Yeah,
tough ass team. You know that's just gonna be a tough game.
Yeah,
and then you go back to a sorry team like the Panthers, week 10.
Yeah,
and then the Bears after that, the Commanders after that. That's your win streak right there. Yeah. If you get going after that, it should say you lose to the Chargers. You get going after you beat the Panthers. Panthers, Bears, Commanders, Steelers. That's 4 games right there.
That's 4 dubs.
Steelers don't have Big Ben. Yeah. Steelers offense is not the same no more.
Mitchell
Trubisky. Y'all thinking Mitchell Trubisky finna come up in here and start going crazy on us?
They better hope Kenny Pickett get right.
That's all. Kenny Pickett should be playing by week 13.
Yeah, he should be. Because
talking to a friend of mine who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, he wants him to start week 1. Because they don't like Mitchell Trubisky, bro. That's a plug and play. Same like what the Falcons did with Mariota, if you want to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But things are a little different, man. Looking at this schedule, I mean, the bye week, week 14, and then we head down to the Bayou. You know, one time for the family, we're going to be down there in New Orleans.
Yep.
Got the parties lit. We're going to be lit down there in New Orleans week 15. Another game that's a tough one. The last, from week 15, I ain't going to lie, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. And that's our playoff push.
Shout out to Todd Mundy in the chat. He said it's time to start Ritter. Man, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. I talked to a lot of Falcon fans today at the United game. They was like,
why not?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there to watch the team win. I want to see the team win.
Yeah.
You could play me at quarterback. I don't care. We trying to win, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why we're trying to win. They shouldn't play you at quarterback.
I mean, no. Hell, I'm gonna go off. Hey, you fucking me. I'm gonna go off, boy. You don't remember Vic and that old Madden? Remember Vic and that old Madden? That's all I'm doing, man.
Oh man,
that's all I'm doing. Play actions and I'm running and gunning.
Straight ducks.
That's it. All ducks, all game. Hicks routes and ducks. Better be careful when I'm playing quarterback. But we gonna get the first down though. We gonna move the chains. So no, but after week 15, man, you got the Saints, the Ravens, the Cardinals, and the Bucks.
Yep.
I mean, you're gonna beat the Saints week 1, but heading down to New Orleans, we did it last year. Hopefully, we can do it again. Once again, I'm not frightened about the Ravens. I'm more worried about I'm not frightened about the Saints. I'm more worried about the Ravens, Cardinals, and Bucks the last 3 games than I am about the damn Saints.
True that. That's true.
The Ravens game is the one that can get you. You're on your winning streak. You just beat the Steelers. You're on your 4th game. You're in your bye week. Come out, beat the Saints, New Orleans. Then you go play the damn Ravens. It lights your ass up.
You go from New Orleans to Baltimore.
New Orleans to Baltimore.
That would jack some shit up.
That's not a good Christmas right there.
It's not. But, I mean,
Baltimore. And then to come back at the New Year's, you got the damn Cardinals on New Year's.
Yeah, that's true. It's
not the chasing the shot.
Could be ugly.
Man, we got so much to talk about on this show, man. The schedule is one of the things we want to talk about. The off-season moves. We got some moves here, people. The Atlanta Falcons have made some moves.
Speak on it.
I don't even know how to say his name. I tell you, I'd be butchering these names, dog. Nick Kowalski. That's pretty much an older Troy Anderson. From looking at the film, every piece of film I see when he's heading downhill, full speed. You saw what he did to Dalvin Cook on that one play. He just destroyed Cook.
Yeah,
a couple other plays. He was in the backfield. He's not a player who's finna sit around and get pushed around. He's a big player, physical guy.
Yeah.
He adds more depth to the linebacker room right now. I don't know what the situation is with Debo. I'm a Debo fan. Like when they drafted Debo when he came out, I understand his situation hasn't been the best in the past couple years. But I know Debo, so I don't want to see him leave the team.
My thing is with Debo is I feel like Debo's gonna stay. Like it just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Ritter versus Mariota.
You got looking at the linebacker core, I would keep Debo for another year.
I keep Debo. You got that veteran Kawakowski. Yeah, Nick Kawakowski. Kawasaki bike. Yeah.
Motor.
Shout out Nick, man. It's all love. I'm throwing these jokes. Nick watching the show. Anyway. Yeah, man. It's just a veteran. Have a veteran in there, like right next to Dion. You know what I'm saying? Now he could start if Troy does it. Is it ready or whatnot? That's that insurance right there.
We don't know how they're going to work the linebacker core. Lorenzo Carter, Rashad Evans, Mekhi Walker.
That's true. Or
Troy Anderson, even if D'Angelo drops back.
I think Rashad is an inside backer, but I don't know what.
They're finna get after it.
I'll tell you one thing. They got a lot of moves for Dean Pease to do. They gave Dean Pease some pieces so he could build it out. Just put them out there and see, okay, I want you here. All right, I want you there.
So if you're looking at last season, 1 win away from the playoffs, a team that didn't have as many sacks, 18 sacks.
Yeah.
The pieces that we had, we lost Foye, leading the NFL in tackles. You're getting a bunch of people to plug in these places. Once again, you were 1 win away. You got some pieces to fill in for Dean Pease, who, if you look at the tape, they're high motor guys. They get after it. Troy Anderson. Look at Lorenzo Carter from the back half of the season with the Giants. Look at Rashard Evans once he came to the Titans. He was a Dean Pease guy when he was over there. People look behind the scenes, man. People asking, why do we draft Troy Anderson? Did y'all know that Mike Petrie coached Troy Anderson? One of our coaches from the Falcons coached Troy Anderson at Montana State.
Yeah, he was a coach at Montana State.
The word was already passed around about this kid. You feel what I'm saying? So why Falcons fans are sitting there like, well, oh my God, why we can't play this person? Why we can't draft this person? Look what's going on behind the scenes, man. Coaches know the game. Just trust the process.
And see, that's the thing. He was at the Senior Bowl. And Troy Anderson showed out at the Senior Bowl. So that put him on teams' radars. Then he went to the combine and went stupid, Birmingham on everything. Ran that.
Falcons love Senior Bowl players.
Oh my goodness. Huh?
Falcons love Senior Bowl players. Players that go to the Senior Bowl. They scout them. They scout them tough.
And and the intangibles just jumped off the charts. I mean, it just made sense. And plus, having that inside connection, like you said, with Mike Petrie, that definitely helped. So I mean, at first we always like, who the hell is Troy Anderson from But hey,
Boo
watch
Man
out.
was lit off Troy Anderson, boy. As soon as we picked Troy Anderson, that was the first text Boo Man sent was Troy Anderson with the damn emoji and the exclamation points. He told us about Troy Anderson.
He did.
I didn't see him, but I trust what the team is doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not finna hate on the pick. That's the pick that we're going with. This is the guy that not comparing this guy, not saying could be. You never know. Young Urlacher.
Young Urlacher.
This guy's a beast, man.
Hey.
He went to Montana State. I'm sorry he couldn't go to Georgia, Alabama, one of them schools people root for. But you can't deny talent when you see it. This guy is a beast. Look at the tape.
And deny talent and intangibles.
That's right.
He got all that.
That's right. And this goes to our next pick for the all-season moves. The next situation we're going to talk about, the Falcons trade for Bryan Edwards. You were big on this guy.
Oh, man.
You as soon as the trade was made, I saw you how you hit the chat.
Oh, man.
You was happy about Bryan Edwards. I talked to a Raiders fan today. They talked about how this guy was physical, how this guy is a powerful person in the locker room, being so young that he is. Look at what Arthur Smith said on Bryan Edwards. He said he's a guy who can win outside one-on-one. Certainly has shown that he can play in traffic inside the numbers. This guy had made big plays. He's not even 23 years old yet. Hearing that about a player you traded the 5th, got the 7th. I like how we appreciate the picks. So we playing all these jokers. They're playing.
They making sure they're getting the pick back.
We're making sure we're getting the pick back. Shout out to Terry. Let's see what Terry's doing here, man. Terry gets a grade, another A grade from me.
It's little shit like that.
He just changed your offense, right?
Huh?
He just changed your offense, Bryan Edwards.
Yes.
He's probably your number 2.
He's definitely your number 2. It's
definitely
it's
like
one
people's looking at tape and Pitts and all this. No. Drake London, Bryan Edwards. You was big on Bryan Edwards. Talk to me about this kid, man.
Man, you want to hear something?
Let's go.
I got some things for you. South Carolina all-time receptions leader. The University of South Carolina's all-time reception leader. Number 1 with 234 receptions.
Shout out Jabri Harper just joined stream.
Jabri, what's going on, dog?
What up?
We're talking about Bryan Edwards right now. Big pickup for the Falcons. Go ahead, Bodie. Let us know.
All-time receiving yards, number 1 at South Carolina. He's second place all-time receiving touchdowns with 22. First place in all-time consecutive games with a reception. So he just that type of dude. He's a reception guy. Dude is. They said the year he came out that Mel Kiper projected him as the best receiver in the 2020 draft. That's the COVID draft. Everybody was at home. He did not work out because he was injured during the offseason. So he wasn't able to run the 40 and do all the other stuff. So his draft stock dropped. And he slid to the 3rd round when he could have easily went in the 1st round that year in that draft. And that was just a short 2 years ago, not even. We got a steal at a potential great number 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited about it. I don't know if you can tell.
I see. No, once again, when the trade was made, you hit the chat. And you was lit up about Bryan Edwards.
Boy, I'm so excited. And it's just shout out to Terry.
Yeah, Terry's doing all this.
What GM going out here filling holes, looking at other rosters, seeing what underutilized receivers. He saw that the Raiders got Devontae Adams and had no need for him. He stole Edwards. He stole Bryan Edwards from them.
He's watching. Is he checking rosters? How you making trades for Bryan Edwards?
Bro,
how you just call up the Raiders and say, hey, that receiver you got, who's probably going to be one of your star receivers, we need to get him from you, and we'll give you a 5th round pick.
They got
Terry working out here, man.
Devontae Adams, and they got Hunter Renfrow.
And plus Waller plays so much receiver, they're gonna have him outside.
And Waller,
yeah,
dude ain't getting the ball. So
but he gonna get the ball over here though.
He getting the ball here.
He gonna get the ball over here.
Definitely
the one play the Falcons keep showing on their social media with that Dolphins catch. That's not the only play he got. Oh no, Jabri, I know you saw the highlights, bro.
That boy ran the ball, man.
That boy go gets the ball. That's what I'm talking about, man. You need a wide receiver who's going to be opposite London, but looking at this offense, man, Brian Edwards now plugs into your 6'4" Drake London. If you want to put Pitts out wide sometimes, 6'6" Kyle Pitts, Auden Tate, Patterson, Edwards, and then you got, I don't know, where's Zacchaeus and Hodge and Darby. I don't know where they're about to fit in to this little mix, but it's about to be crazy looking at the depth, looking at the team. Preseason's going to be crazy seeing all these wide receivers play. We get a chance to see what they can do. But
our offense
Brian Edwards adds to your offense. Jabri, what's up, man?
Man, I love that pickup. I'm like, I'm right there with y'all, man. I tell you what though, say goodbye to that bad guy. That guy Ridley, the gambler. Say goodbye to the bad guy.
So you said it last time with Mike Davis. Remember, I didn't really fall for it because when they drafted the running back, I said, "Well, what are they gonna do with Mike Davis?" Y'all called it. Davis was out the door. I mean, Ridley. Seeing what they're doing right now, I don't think Ridley really fits into what we're doing with this right here. Because
how tall? I forgot how. Oh, Ridley is like what 6'1",
6 foot 6'1".
Like he's a little guy compared to
yeah. I mean, I think the Falcons probably going to trade him or get rid of him after the season. However, it is. Arthur Blank don't like that BS on the off the field stuff. He don't play that off the field stuff.
Exactly.
And you can see how it is right there. But we won't talk about too much about Calvin because until he's on the field, don't really do much for me. But yeah, Brian Edwards, Nick Kwiatkowski, they fit in right now with the roster. It's going to be good to see that they are going to be contributing to help out this team this year and beat whatever Vegas said about winning 4 games. That's not going to happen. Boy, we're finna win way more than 4 games. We finna win way more than 4 games.
Winning. We definitely winning more than 4. I definitely agree with that. I really, you know what? I went back, looked at the schedule, and I can see us possibly. I'm not saying, but I can see us possibly winning 10 games. I've seen 10 games that we could possibly win, could possibly win. I really did. I was like, okay, yeah, it's some games in there, man. We can sneak on out, man. Like, I really believe that. But it's a tough schedule also, though. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah.
No.
Every schedule is tough. You got to treat these NFL teams with respect. Am I right, Bodie?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You can't look at a team like Seattle's schedule and say, oh, they got the Lions. Oh, they got. Every team is tough.
Yeah.
Every team comes out there to play. So you can't look at the schedule and say, oh, man. Nah, bro. These teams right here trying to play, man. And I think the Falcons can come away with an upset this season. Not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl like that. I don't know if the team's officially built like that. I don't think so. But I'd like to see us get to the playoffs. It's a nice step for Arthur. It's a nice step for Terry. It's a good step for the fans in the right direction. But to say that you're going to win 5 games, and then to some of these fans, you hear them say, well, I think we're going to win 4 games, but we're going to improve. What? What are we improving on? How are we improving if we're winning 4 games? What are we improving on? It was 1 game away from the playoffs last season. We're finna go out there and compete. Falcon fans, look at the offense. Look at what. Shout out to Jabri back in the chat. Look at Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Cordell Patterson. Auden Tate, wherever you want to throw him in the mix. Shout out to Dylan in the chat. Here comes Dylan now. Dylan was here last time. Dylan, you said you liked Desmond Ridder. What was the situation you liked? You didn't like Mariota, was it? Or talk to us, Dylan. I'm praying for a Super Bowl in 2 seasons. I said a Super Bowl before 2027.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Y'all stop hating on that boy. Hey, don't get it twisted. I want to see Ridder get.
Ridder's gonna play this season, though.
Hey, we
know he's gonna play, right?
I want to see him as bad as all the other fans do. But hey, do not sleep on Mariota, man. I think a lot of people are not giving him his respect. Do not sleep on that boy. He will fight for his job.
Yeah,
believe that. when
Shout
you
out
know
to Dylan
another
in the
youngster
chat.
trying to come steal his job, he will be fighting for that job. So
Yeah.
don't sleep on Mariota.
Yeah. Shout out to Dylan in the chat. He said, I don't like how they had the same scheme play style. Look where they're going. Look where they're coming from, Dylan, when Arthur Smith got there. It's Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan doesn't have neither one of them dual threat type.
Adam Wheels.
Mobile. That's all it is. That's all it is. You can see the plays last season when Matt went down on them 2nd and 3s, them 3rd and 1s. Arthur is thinking in his head, man, if we had somebody who can just run out of this situation.
Yes.
Say it again, Jabri. Just get up the field.
Yes.
That's all we needed. But I was a Matt Ryan guy.
Matt Ryan
gear is right over here. I was a Matt Ryan guy.
Disrespect to Matt Ryan, man, because Matt Ryan
no
was
disrespect to Matt Ryan, none whatsoever.
But running quarterbacks can stretch the field a little better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just like how the Falcons' first option wasn't going to go get a quarterback with the first pick and just making him the star of the franchise and just they got a Mariota who can come in there. The competition, like Smith said, is going to happen, but we don't know who's going to start. I've learned in the past from listening to some of these coaches, they'll tell you one thing and they are just leading you on. They're just leading you on. They're just feeding you some foods you can get full off of. But when the season start, their game plan is their game plan. So Ritter might outshine them. Shout out to Dylan in the chat. Dylan said, "What's your thoughts on London?" Man, I'll let Bodie talk about this, man. Bodie's a wide receiver guy. Bodie, man, what you think about Drake London, man? Because y'all called it in the draft on our draft show.
Hey,
he's a great receiver for me. I think he's good coming out of college. But go ahead.
Boy, he looking like a monster. I don't know if you saw the mini camp highlights. I know it's just mini camp, but dude is ready. He's out here. I mean, it just go back to what I said on the draft show. Like, a dude, all you have is one weapon on your offense. And they couldn't stop that one weapon. Yeah. Like, dude was on pace to get like freaking 1,500 receiving yards. Like he was on top of it. Like they didn't have no run game. They didn't have an accurate quarterback. But dude was out there getting it. And he'll win you 50-50s. If you see it one-on-one, Mariota gonna throw it up to him and let him go get it because he's that type of receiver.
So we bite off what you just said. How you say you're gonna throw it up to him? Drake London, Auden Tate, Brian Edwards, Kyle Pitts. You can throw John Fitzpatrick from Georgia in the mix on the goal line set. The boy's 6'7".
Just throw it in the area code, man. Throw it in the.
Arthur is saying it to y'all fans, man. Look at the mismatched nightmares it presents. And Vegas has us winning 4 games.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I wouldn't worry about the accuracy.
Man, you can, once again put me at quarterback. I got to play, coach.
Yeah, if I see one-on-one, you gonna.
I see one-on-one. It's over, man. You gotta be kidding me, man. Drake London, come on, man. What do we think about Drake London? I think he's going to be a great receiver for the Atlanta Falcons if he stays healthy. We all want them to stay healthy. We always want the player to stay healthy. If he does, he can put up numbers. I think he gets more than between 5 and 10 touchdowns this year with the way they're going to spread the offense around. Because look at the weapons. We're naming these weapons, but now they got to score. Now they got to play. Edwards led the SEC, was it South Carolina?
Edwards is South Carolina's all-time reception leader.
Yeah. And
he's South Carolina's all-time receiving yards leader.
He wants the ball. And I guarantee you, if they made a trade for this wide receiver, Coach Smith and Terry, looking at the schedule, looking at the depth chart right now, like, we need a number 2 in here.
That's exactly what happened.
And they went to go get a number 2 for cheap.
Cheap.
He's cheaper than Kendall Sheffield.
I don't think Falcons fans realize how cheap and how we stole him from the Raiders.
That's a big steal.
It's a big steal.
Talking to a Raiders fan today, he said, I'm surprised y'all made that move. I'm surprised y'all. Hey, man, we coming for it, man. We coming to get it. Shout out to Frank Rozier in the chat, man. What y'all think about Ritter? I'm cool with Ritter. I want to see him go out there and play. See, I can't fast forward time. But what he did at Cincinnati, what he did in college football, oh, that's amazing. That's pretty good. I mean, we don't play football, folks. We watching these folks play football, man. You got to give them their props, man. You got to salute these folks, man.
Yeah.
Ritter's a great quarterback coming out of college football. Could he be a great quarterback for the Falcons? I hope so, because that's what we're doing it for.
Yeah.
We're doing it for them. We want to see greatness.
Here's my thing on Ritter.
Yeah.
He got all the time in the world to get right. He was a 3rd-round draft pick. He ain't got to come out the gates and win the job.
Yeah.
Last 3rd rounder to do that was freaking Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that didn't happen. They signed the quarterback for millions of dollars for several years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they drafted Russell, like, oh, well, he can come in and compete. Basically saying, well, Ritter, they didn't expect Russell to be that guy. Ritter becomes that guy, then we know we got something special. That's just beautiful. Even if he don't come out and just win the job, it's okay. Because we got a bridge gap. Like, we have Mariota.
So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in on the stream, jumping in and out, however it is. One time for the fan on YouTube, one time for the fan on Twitter, one time for the fan on Facebook, one time for the fans everywhere, man. Y'all finna be seeing one time for the fan this season, so get used to it.
Yeah. We gotta get on
real.
IG too. We gotta get on IG.
All right, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do something.
And
June 3rd, we had the Benz for that Falcons practice. You know what I'm saying? All this right here is finna build up, man. All this right here is finna build up in a couple years, couple months, however it is. One time for the fan, we just finna do what we can to just help the fans out, let them know that we get a podcast platform just to speak about the Falcons. That's all we talking about is the Falcons. That's it. It's the love for our team.
Yeah,
that's what it is. But going back to what we was talking about, I mean, if Mariota has a good season, we don't know. If he's healthy, if we're winning, you'll see Ritter in those plays where, they might run in some Trey Lance plays where, Mariota comes out, Ritter comes in, everybody's excited. You know what I'm saying? They get a chance he might hand the ball off or something. You know what I mean? Something to just get his feet wet in the game.
Hand it off. He might take off.
He might take off. You don't know what the play is. If you're catching the team where you're up by 14, 15 points at the half, third quarter, now you got plays for Ritter. I think Ritter would be a good quarterback here. I want him to be a good quarterback. The Falcons were high on him for a reason. They drafted him.
Over Malik Willis. Malik Willis.
That everybody kept saying. All the memes, the pictures, the one video, he just throwing the ball 90 yards down the field. Everybody kept tagging the Falcons. This is the guy. And now we see that wasn't the guy. Ritter's the guy. So let's give him some respect, right? But let's talk about that. Which goes into my next question. I mean, from the moves being made, we're talking about Ritter, we're talking about London, we're talking about Carter, we're talking about Evans, the draft class. Terry's doing a great job. These moves being made, is it making our team better right now? Are you seeing, have we improved, or are these guys just like plug and play type players, and then we'll spend a bunch of money in free agency next year? I think we've improved.
Man,
guys on the grind to get a contract.
This team reminds me. It reminds me of like a Flushing. They're just flushing out everything, and they're just bringing an influx of hungry dudes in on 1 year prove it.
Yeah,
like all these dudes are playing for something.
Mm-hmm.
All these dudes are talented. They've been cast. A lot of them been cast off from their old teams.
That's true.
Young and they talented and they hungry and they want that payday.
Yeah,
so they're gonna come to Atlanta and they're gonna fight. I'm talking about the Evans. I'm talking about the Lorenzo Carters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about all these dudes are high draft picks.
Casey Hayward.
Talented guys.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Edwards, who we just traded for.
Yeah.
He's gonna come and try to prove himself. I'm talking about all these dudes.
Even Dean Marlowe, the safety, finna come in here and prove himself.
Yes.
They're playing for a contract. These guys playing for their career right here. They're just not trying to come in here and slump it up.
Exactly. And they got 1 year to prove it. And if they play good, Atlanta will sign them back.
Yep.
So,
and the funny thing about it is with the rebuild, that's why you would play good.
Yes.
You want the contract. Atlanta's already going to sell you.
They retool. They didn't say you. They don't like saying rebuild,
Yeah, I understand it. However they want to do it. Atlanta's going to sell you on the city, though. Because people going to hear Atlanta and say, hell yeah, I'll go to Atlanta. But now you have a chance to win a starting position. Like you guys said it in the first episode of One Time for the Fan. You're going to come in there and compete, and you might have a chance to win a roster spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're telling you this, a lot of other teams are not telling these players this because they have their roster set. They have their 48. They're just looking for 5 or 6 more guys to do whatever.
Yeah, just fill out positions. Yep.
But the Falcons are coming there saying, this guy is here, who's around him, and every position could be open for the taking. So,
every last one.
do you think we're better now after the draft? We still have free agency. We still have a whole summer. We can bring in. I think we're going to bring in. I swear they have to bring in another guard. You can't think that Mayfield and Hennessy are going to start your season again. But if they want to, I just got to throw my hands up and say, hey, just, they trust something. They believe in something. I don't see it. I can't say nothing about it because I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in the training room. I don't see that. But what I'm seeing on the field is Hennessy and Mayfield. I thought they was going to bring in a veteran center or bring in they got a little money to spend. They can.
I mean, they can, and they probably will. I mean, we still got a whole, like you said, a whole summer. So I'm thinking that the first veteran guard they see or whatever, if it makes sense, they're gonna bring them in because we need something there. Somebody need to push Mayfield and Hennessy. They need something because I can't. Oh my God, Mayfield.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Mayfield, Hennessy. I'm looking at the rebuild. I'm looking at what they got going on with the team, and I would want more of a veteran presence in the middle, especially coming from what Alex Mack did with the team, and you're coming over to the rookie center.
By Alex Mack.
Hennessy just really hasn't. I don't know. Really hasn't lived up to it just yet. I know he's still young. I know he has time to grow.
Hennessy wasn't brought in with our regime, if I'm not mistaken.
He was back. I think he was back around Alex Mack time at the last year.
Yeah, last year, and he was third.
Dolman is the new one. Dolman is the new one.
The new. Okay, there you go. Hennessy was a third round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken, too. So like, they knew he had a good chance to be good, but he could be what he is now. But he's still young, and Mayfield too. Them young guys, man. They brought in another line.
Got to push some people around this season, man.
Yeah, they got to.
Because that's looking at the team. I mean, you've improved on a lot of places on this team. You have to improve on that O-line. I mean, the trenches is where it starts. And if you're not going to push the ball, all this running back and all these wide receivers, I don't mean none if Mariota is going to get sacked every damn play or they can't get the ball out. I mean, separation was the biggest thing for the receivers last season.
Yeah,
they couldn't get no separation. Getting down the field, plays. I don't know how they magically happened, but they did. And once again, we were one win away from the playoffs. But this season now, with more time to rethink of what is needed or what was needed, and to see, like, right after the Super Bowl, getting rid of Fowler, like, they didn't waste no time. That was the first move the next day after the Super Bowl. Falcons get rid of Dante Fowler.
He was poo-poo. They should have cut him the day. They shouldn't have let him fly back on the plane.
Yeah.
Man, he disappointed me so bad. And I had a feeling he'd do that because, like, he already was underwhelming before. I don't get on the dang Fowler rant, but or whatever. But he was underwhelming before. Then he played next to Donald, got 11, 12 sacks. I'm like, man, anomaly.
Yeah.
Then he got here and didn't do jack. Didn't do nothing. So, yeah, bye.
We're glad to get Fowler up out of here. Because I was in them Falcon chats, man. I kept seeing people saying, "What the hell is Fowler doing?"
He's so trash. The tape. I know you saw the tape.
I posted a clip the other day with Grady when he got through in Jacksonville, and Grady needs some help because he's almost there. Yeah. And Fowler just cuts across the other side of the field. I don't know where he's going, but good thing it was an incomplete pass because the receiver put his hand out. He was almost there. And that could have turned the tide of the game because the Jacksonville game was close too.
Yeah.
So that play right there was about a good 30, 40-yard shot down the field. Good thing he didn't catch the pass. But I think these moves are making our team a little bit better.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing is we just got to get chemistry because everybody's new except Cordero and freaking Pitts. That's about it. Yeah. Everybody else is brand new. Smart
man, how you just said chemistry, because going to the next thing that we have to talk about here, the rookie minicamp this weekend. That guess what happened. We saw a lot of clips, a lot of videos, a lot of pictures. Players out there eating, they're out there grinding. These rookies are getting it. Ritter is housing with London.
Yeah. They did that on purpose too.
Let's say what again?
They did that on purpose.
Bruh.
You know that.
Did they not do that on purpose? And then they threw
did.
John Fitzpatrick in there like, you go in there and find out what they talking about. You go in there and, just add some more goddamn seasoning to the little conversation because y'all boys might run it. Who knows what Fitzpatrick might be? If they use him correctly, who knows? And don't forget, though, you just need to get to where you want to get to, the playoffs, the Super Bowl, winning championship. We don't know about Fitzpatrick's future with the Falcons, but we know Drake London might be our franchise wide receiver. We know Ritter might be our franchise quarterback.
Yep.
Chemistry that these two are sharing in the dorm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're talking about plays that they're going to do this season.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how important it is, Bodie, for these players, especially rookies, to build team chemistry, to build that bond. I remember the situation with Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee, where he spoke about not mentoring, and that became a big deal with Malik Willis. And Mariota saying that he would mentor and coach and help out the backup quarterback, whoever it is, that wants to be in the quarterback room with him. How big is this team chemistry, especially for rookies? Like, how big is it?
Man, it's huge. Like you said, Mariota saying that he'll help. That's chemistry right there. When you saying stuff like what Fitzpatrick, whatever, Tannehill, when Tannehill said that, that's not chemistry. First, he looking at him like this, like Malik is looking at him like, oh, okay, it's like that, okay. Because he feels threatened. I think Tannehill feels threatened. But like when Mariota came out and said, yeah, man, I'm here to mentor, because Mariota's been humbled. And he knows he got a chip on his shoulder too. He gonna prove himself. He knows they ain't gonna give him that starting job. So he's been humble. He gonna teach him everything he know how to get right. And the chemistry, that's building chemistry 101 right there. You just letting your team know you here for the team. And that means that team will believe in you more. And they'll look at you more as a leader. So shout out to Mariota for that. And the rookies just getting together, building chemistry, just getting closer to each other. So and then at the camp, they just sitting there and they getting, they getting closed in. They actually learn each other's tendencies and different things like that, just so they can build chemistry together too. That's real important. I mean, like it's just big, man. Chemistry, some folks don't even realize it. Like you can have all the talent in the world, but you ain't got chemistry. You ain't got nothing. Look at the Browns a year ago. All them damn, they had OBJ and Baker and Landry and all that talent, but no chemistry.
That's true.
See what happened with them. All that talent, everybody, they finna beat everybody. They did nothing. They did nothing.
That goes for the same, similar to like Arizona with the streak and then losing the streak and then getting beat. Like, it was upsetting. People saw Arizona like Hopkins. AJ Green was coming back nice. They had Watt. They had Chandler Jones.
And all the talent in the world can't help you if y'all ain't got no damn chemistry. So that's my thing. This chemistry is the most important thing. Like you can have on a football team.
And it's good to see that because, like you said, they did it on purpose to put Ritter in the house with your third round pick is in there with your first round. You know what I'm saying? But what they're talking about, what they're going over, what they're discussing, of course, we don't know. But when they come to the media, they talk about, we talked about the playbook and you talked about winning.
Yes.
You talked about winning a championship. You talked about winning a Super Bowl. How would it feel to win a Super Bowl? Young folks like that would be talking about that in that position.
Exactly. And I'm sure they in there trying to make each other better. How I'm gonna make you better? How you gonna make me better? Blah, blah, blah. Like back and forth. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like that's why you put your potential franchise quarterback and bunk him with the damn potential should be franchise wide receiver. Falcons they own this something, man. I love this regime. It's just it feels so much different than the Dimitrov, Quinn, all them other cats regime. It just feels different.
Terry's making this team more likable.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of people in different social media networks, Falcon fans, that have their opinion. and we respect everybody's opinion because I can't tell this person what his opinion needs to be. He's going to tell me what his opinion is. If they feel as though the Falcons won't win 5 games this season, it is what it is. I think the Falcons will win more than 5 games this season. It's my opinion. If the Falcons will go out and win 5 games this season, it's not like egg on your face because you decided to go against believing in this team to win all these games. There's a lot more games you woke up on Sunday to say they're going to lose than they're going to win. For me, a lot more games for me, I'm going to wake up and say we're going to win, then we're going to lose. We don't know what's going to happen in September.
Thanks.
Bodie, we don't know. It starts week 1 with the Saints. The chemistry from the wide receivers to Justin Schaefer to Malone to Cousins, Cedar Grove, all that stuff. Running back Tyler Algieri, Troy Anderson, Carter, Evans, Hawkins. We haven't even talked much about the safeties, man. I think next show we got to break down this team of what the depth chart could be. Because Hawkins, Richie Grant. When was the last time we mentioned Richie Grant on the damn show? We're forgetting a lot about these pieces that we know are good.
Got good young pieces.
Have we haven't talked about AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward? It's 2 top 10 cornerbacks.
We haven't broke down this team yet, but we're gonna break down this team.
Down the team. How dare the NFL say that we're gonna win 5 games when I'm looking at more than 5 wins right here? Good friend. Easily. So let this podcast get around. Let it get out. Once again, man, that's why we're going to do these 2 shows. We're going to have fun doing them. I'm glad for what we're doing with One Time for the Fan. I think they're doing a great thing here. I'm telling you, man, as this shit gets rolling, man, this shit going to be gravy. You feel what I'm saying? Because the Falcons going to do what the Falcons going to do, and we're just going to sit here and talk about it. Shout out to everybody else who has a podcast. Shout out to everybody else who has a platform. I feel real confident on what's about to happen with One Time for the Fan going forward.
Big things.
Oh yeah. It's looking real nice. Yeah, but we talked about, the schedule, what games that we're ready for this season. For me, I like traveling to these games. I'm bigger at traveling to these games than I am going to some of these home games. So that Rams game is big for me. You know what I'm saying? But Bodie, you're not worried about the schedule. The Falcons going to play. The Falcons going to do what they need to do to win.
Yeah, it's me. We're going to be 17-0
all day. And people look at it like you can't say that. Yeah, I can. Now, when we lose, then all right, we lost. But hey, 17-0.
Right.
But to be on everybody's side of how they break down games, 10-7.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be naive either. Like I say, we get the plan, and I see adamant problems. Like if the O-line is still a problem, they get called out.
Yeah,
because that's what we do here. We keep it real.
Yeah,
we'll let y'all know how it's supposed to, how it is. We're not gonna be like, well, maybe we can know if we get O-line look poo poo, then we're gonna let them know. Or if we still ain't getting pass rushers in there to sack the quarterback, we're gonna say that's a problem too. Like we just whatever it is, hopefully all of that has been improved, and they've done a great job to improve those positions. At least O-line will do a little more, but yeah.
If you speak about improving, right? Let's go over the quarterback position. So you don't have Matt Ryan, and we know how good Matt Ryan was.
Yes.
But let's go over a couple, 2nd and 2s, 3rd and 1s. Where Matt Ryan, you get up on your feet, you're standing there. Okay, this is the play. Matt, you know how Matt was in the shotgun?
Yeah.
And then everything just breaks down, and you're punting on 4th and 6. Or the 2nd and 3 then turned into a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 11. Here, your 2nd and 8 then turn into a 3rd and 16. You have an opportunity to improve that this season with Matt. Get out the pocket. Go. Escape. Matt used to get out the pocket, escape, and then set up to throw again before he would take off, unless he had the open lane most of the time.
Yeah.
Mariota and Ritter, they're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And you hope it's not a 4 or 5 wide receiver set because most wide receivers are they're shooting for the stars. So by the time a cornerback or a safety even turns to even see what's going on, hell, we didn't gain about 15, 20 yards. And then Ritter's run out of bounds. He didn't even got a slide. He ran out of bounds. So we talked about the
I
schedule.
will say real quick.
Go ahead.
Just want to interject. I could understand why everybody's hating, and saying we're gonna win 4 games and all that, but they're saying that because we did trade our established veteran franchise leader in Matt Ryan. And Matt Ryan is a more established quarterback than a Mariota and a Ritter. So I do understand the sentiment of people like, oh, well, Mariota, people already got in their mind that Mariota's a bust because he, number 2 overall pick and ain't did nothing substantial.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a nice little career, but not to the effect of a number 2 overall pick. Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, replacing that, you're going to automatically deduct the wins. So I do get that. But, I mean, there ain't no slouch. Mariota's no slouch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so on
Not
that.
to put you on the spot with this, but would you have rather see Matt Ryan stay one more year with things that's building around him, or was it just time? Because they went 2 dual threats. Similar scheme like the young fan said earlier in the chat about Mariota being the same scheme. That's why he doesn't really like both of them at the same. He wanted him like a pocket passer and then like a mobile.
See, and I disagree with that because like you want to have your backup quarterback the same as your starter.
Yeah.
So why would you have to change your whole dynamic? Let's say your starter get hurt and your backup, he's a whole different player. You got to change your offense. Like when one of those guys get hurt and the other come in, it's basically just plug and play. Same thing. There ain't nothing changing. We're doing the same thing we've been doing.
Yeah.
So like, I don't agree with that one. I respectfully disagree with that one, but I think that they did the right thing. And like I said, it's hard to replace a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it was done.
You did right by letting Matt go on.
Yeah.
And try to accomplish something. Make potential win some games with a good team who only needed a quarterback. Yeah. They did him like that on purpose. They did right by Matt. And I appreciate the Falcons for that. That's why.
Yeah, I respect Matt for that. I mean, the Colts don't draft quarterbacks like that. No. They like going after veteran quarterbacks, as you've seen recently.
Yeah.
So the Matt deal, I kind of seen that coming. If they was going to trade him, I said, what team would take Matt? The Texans? No. The Colts? Yeah, I can see that happening randomly, but they made it happen. So
yeah, I said that many months ago that they would probably get Matt.
I respect them for the Falcons. Same like you said, I respect them. They sent Matt to a team with a good running back, good offensive line, something that he wanted for years.
Yeah, something that we could never give him.
We couldn't give him
everything. Good old line, way better than ours.
Real quick, if we make it to the playoffs this season, is it the coaching? Is it no Matt? Is it a better O-line now? Is it a better defense? Is it everything all together? Because if we make the playoffs, we're saying we're going to make the playoffs. So, was it really Matt? I mean, was he really at his time where, hey, man, watch how this young man or these 2 young players can extend the play, keep moving, keep going, mobile quarterbacks. The future of the NFL is changing. Everybody likes to go mobile in some type of way.
Yeah.
So,
like you've been saying, for this since we've been doing this show, we were 1 game away from the playoffs, and that was coaching. Like
that was coaching.
Yeah, we had the great Matt Ryan, but that was coaching that got us there. The right decisions, the right play call, the right mentality. That was coaching. And getting to the playoffs this year would be coaching.
Yeah.
Would be coaching. Just great coaching. I think we got great coaches. We got one of the greatest defensive coordinators in the NFL. We got a great offensive mind. They hired, I always said this. I said it about something with our head coach. He ain't in it for the money. He ain't in it because his dad is the founder of
FedEx.
FedEx.
Yeah, he wants to win, dog.
He don't need this job.
Yeah, he wants to win, bro.
Over there. So when we hired him, I'm like, this dude really loves the game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's what makes me even more excited.
So here's the good thing about this, right? You're going to get a chance to talk to Coach. June the 3rd. Mercedes-Benz Stadium open practice. One time for the fan. We're going to be there. We're going to get her a chance to get down there to the old field and talk the old coaching. See what you guys say. Coach came around last time. Said, what's up? Came around, talked to the fans. Everybody. Oh, we're going to talk June 3rd. At the Benz, baby. At the Benz. Falcons open practice. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. I think it's going to run a little couple drills. I think that's like the first week they can put the pads on or something. Okay. They're going to run a couple drills, you know, a couple passes. They're going to make everybody go ooh and ah. They're going to sell some cotton candy. But the players and the coaches are going to come around. And that's our opportunity to speak with the coaches, speak with the team, some of the players. Mike Ford Jr. Shout out to Mike Ford Jr.
Shout out Mike Ford.
Because we're going to be chopping it up with good old Mike Ford Jr. at the practice next week. Been chopping it up with Mike Ford recently. Everybody wants a spot. They want the bag. Arthur said it. Everybody gets a chance to get a spot.
Everybody.
You got to fight for it.
Every position.
And guess what? When it comes to competing, I think the Falcons will do it. So once again, this is another great show. Wednesday and Sunday shows are only an hour. We went over the schedule, what games we're excited about, the offseason moves. Nick Kwiatkowski, he just got added, linebacker. Falcons trade for Brian Edwards. Big pickup, probably your wide receiver too. Who knows? Like Arthur tells the Orlando, you don't know the official depth chart yet. Stop trying to make an official depth chart.
Stop trying to guess it. Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do. I ain't making no depth chart. I just want to, think it out of what they might do.
I feel like we're going to be surprised.
We're going to be very surprised. Who knows? What if they put Pitts at wide receiver? Nah. Boys, nah. I want Pitts back at tight end. Nah. But Darby, Olade Zacchaeus, Cordell Hodge, we haven't mentioned none about him. Austin Trammell, I don't know if he's going to make the team or not, but he's on the team right now.
Yeah.
Any undrafted free agents that's going to be coming up, that's going to be making some moves? It's crazy. I heard they signed this Trey Webb kid today from rookie minicamp. Trey Webb, I guess went to Montana State or something. I don't know much about Trey Webb. I just saw it recently. Coming from the United game, having them drinks and shit. I was like, man. But yeah, we talked about the rookie minicamp with Ritter and London, how they room together, the chemistry that they're building, the bond, something that you can't break as a rookie wide receiver and a rookie quarterback. As you're looking at the guy who can possibly send you to the Hall of Fame, as you're looking at the guy who can possibly help you get to the Super Bowl, help this city get to the Super Bowl. Imagine I guarantee you, Super Bowl was talked about in that room. I guarantee you.
Of course.
Had to be mentioned.
Yeah, Ritter been speaking Super Bowl since we drafted him. We get y'all there, man.
Coach, I can imagine Ritter just sitting there like throwing the football up. Say, bro, how many points do you think we're gonna win by in the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't doubt it.
London biting the chain.
I know, right?
Yeah, by 50. London cool, man. I think, man.
Chain on. That shit was funny. They was like, oh, well, he's going to Atlanta and he got a DL chain.
Drake on. London. Like, somebody tagged me in that BS. A Packer fan tagged me in that BS. I said, man, boy, that's Drake London, boy. You don't get your Packer ass up out of here. What you even watching our team for?
Get out of here, man.
Anybody gonna say that when he going to the Hall of Fame and winning the Super Bowls? The kid is nice.
Your favorite cornerback.
The kid is nice. And then I mentioned that the Raider fan I talked to today, he's a big USC guy too.
Ooh.
So not only is he happy that we got Edwards and mad about that as a Raider fan, but he's happy that we got London too because he's the big USC guy. So I'm talking to a fan of another team, who's telling me I'm glad that y'all got Edwards, and I'm glad that y'all got London. And that's a Raider fan telling me that, man. Who knows how many other fans believe that the Falcons' offenses have just gotten more dynamic and more better with some of these plays that we just made. We can't, man. 6'6" Kyle Pitts, 6'5" Drake London, 6'4" Auden Tate, Cordell Hodge. You can't remember how old he is. He's like 6'1", 6'2". Cordell Patterson is doggone 6'3". And then you got
Brian
Edwards in there, 6'3". Man, come on, man. But to wrap up this show, real quick, man, our hearts go out to everybody in Buffalo.
Yeah.
The situation that happened in Buffalo, ridiculous.
Yeah, I got a partner up there. Man, that's crazy.
Don't make no sense in this world. It don't make no sense. It don't, folks. Yeah. Don't want to speak too much on that, but our hearts do go out to everybody in Buffalo. That's sad. You just want to wake up and just live every day, and BS like this happens. But there's a problem in this world, and I pray that it gets fixed.
Absolutely.
Something. I don't know. Anything. Can't have stuff like this happening, y'all. We can't. But just want to speak on that before we get into some more of the upcoming events. One Time for the Fan show, Wednesdays. One Time for the Fan show, Sundays. This is just the beginning. Anybody who's been viewing the show after, I see what's going on after we post it. So I'm checking those numbers. Well, we got a lot more coming up where you're going to see One Time for the Fan face to face. So we got some stuff that we're working on too as well. So let this little beginning play out. But the Mavericks and the Suns game, I guess, must be going crazy. I hear Kenny and Shaq screaming right now in the background. But we don't know about upcoming training camp dates yet. Falcons have not released it where it's open to the public. When it is open for the public, One Time for the Fan is going to be there. What they have said is June the 3rd, open practice or veterans practice, whatever it's going to be. Hopefully it's just the full team, everything. At Mercedes-Benz. Looks like a general admission event where there's going to be people just walking around everywhere watching this team just, throw a couple high school type plays around. Nothing that they're going to put on paper.
Yeah. But
it's an opportunity for One Time for the Fan and the Falcon fans to come out, have a good time, and enjoy this event. June 3rd, Bodie. You coming by June 3rd? It's lit.
I'm in there.
We in there. And, we're going to do what we can,
we gotta
get around to some folks.
Yeah, we're going to get there, man. One Time for the Fan it's finna get
lit when it gets down to getting in the presence of all the fans. All this little virtual Facebook, social media. No, just wait until the season starts. Wait until the fans start coming out more. And you'll start hearing and seeing more One Time for the Fan.
Out. We gotta get some merch, bro. We gotta get.
Oh yeah, we finna have fun. No, we going to these away games and all this stuff. Oh no. I already got some stuff in mind, my brother.
Dude, I know your mind.
Yes. Let's just take it one step at a time. Continue these shows.
I know. Continue
these Falcon talks. But I guarantee you it's about to pick up real soon, my brother. Thanks. But otherwise, in the Falcon event on June 3rd, Rise Up Tour Family Fun Day is coming up. That's going to be a fun event. The Rise Up Tour is working on a lot of events for these away games. Tailgate Party Committee with Lee Thomas is working on a lot of events for away games and some other stuff coming up. We have some more stuff that we'll talk about in the future. But the only thing we have right now is the next show, which should be on next week, Wednesday. Oh, no, this Wednesday. 8 o'clock. 1 hour show. Hopefully the Falcons don't sign Odell Beckham. They might go get another pass rusher. You might have to get a veteran, Justin Houston, Akeem Hicks.
Yeah.
You gotta get somebody. But you have an opportunity. You got a little cash to flex. So you never know what the Falcons can do between now and Wednesday. But if not, we'll be back here with another show. Sunday next week, and then of course, Wednesday, Sunday shows, June 3rd at the Benz. We ain't gonna have a show, but we're gonna get some footage. We might do a show after to talk about what we saw, but we get to mingle with the Falcon fans a little bit. So it's going to get a little fun out there, which is very entertaining for everybody that's going to be coming down to the stadium. You'll see us, and we'll see you. But, Bodie, 1 hour has hit the mark, man. We talked a lot about the Falcons. Any shout-outs, man? Because you never know who's going to see it. You never know when they're going to see it. But just know they're going to see it.
Man, shout out to the new additions. You know, Nick Kawasaki. I'm sorry, I messed his name up.
You're right.
Anyway, shout out to Brian Edwards, man.
Yeah.
High on that guy, man. I'll just shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you, Jack.
Appreciate
shout out to you, man. This like you said, this one time for the fan, man. We just some guys talking, and we finna blow it up.
Yep.
It's finna be nuclear.
Yeah. Shout
out to the fans, because that's what this show is about. Fans.
Like the Falcon fans.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody who's been tuning into the show. Shout out to everybody who's been sharing, liking, everybody who's been joining in on the chat. Another show successful. We come in here, we talk about the Falcons, and we get up out of here. 1 hour shows are great. People like them. We keep moving. Shout out to, like I said, like you said, the new additions to the Falcons, because these players are coming in not only to try to secure the bag, they're coming in to try to win some games with the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna put none on tape with you missing tackles and you not getting interceptions and you getting ran over in truck. You're not gonna put that on tape. You're gonna come in here and ball out. Doesn't matter if it's for the bag with the Falcons or if it's for the bag with another team. So you want to win these games. So shout out to Brian Edwards and Nick Kawasaki. However it is said. Sorry about it if I mispronounced it.
Yeah.
But they're coming in here to help win some games. Shout out to Bodie. Boo Man. Talk to Boo Man. He's still in Virginia. He'll be back tomorrow. So he might not be able to make it to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Talk to Dez too. He's on the way to the gym. Woke up late. He needs to work out too. Because looking like a soup sandwich. Dez will see this later.
He'll see it. He'll be on the next show.
He's looking at a soup sandwich. I thought he was gonna be on this show. But it is what it is. We move, Bodie. Wednesday show is gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time. One time for the fan on Twitter, one time for the fan on YouTube, one time for the fan on Facebook. It was an amazing show. We know what's going to happen with the Falcons going forward this season. We want to win some games. We want to beat those expectations. People talking about 5 games, 6 games. Nah, man, 11 games, 10 games. Let's go for the gold, man. Let's go for the playoffs. Y'all don't want to win? You can't wake up and say 4 games. Y'all don't want to win?
Facts. We winning.
Man, we got so long in this season to talk about winning. So hopefully by the regular season, everything starts. You guys can remember that one time for the fan has always stayed positive about dealing with the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will be critical at times. But one time for the fan wants to make sure that you guys know that I think the team is going to win. I don't want to see the team lose. Of course, we know the team can lose, but I don't wake up and say, we're going to lose today. Let me go spend this, $200-$300 buy this jersey. Nah, man. You're trying to win. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who's been tuning in on the stream. Bodie, anything else you got to say, brother?
That's it, man. Shoot, that's it. Y'all have a good Sunday, man. Rest of y'all Sunday.
Sunday showing the books, man. That's how we doing it from now on. Sunday showing the books. One time for everybody who's tuned into the stream. One time for that guy, Bodie 3000. One time for the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of offseason moves being made. I hope the fans are ready. One time to the Atlanta Falcon fans. One time for Boo Man stuck at work. One time for Dez on the sham. We head down to one time for the fan heading down to New Orleans.
One time for that.
Because we heading down to New Orleans. December 18th.
Can't wait.
We all there. Dez, Bodie, Boo Man, Jack Spade. We all there. We're going to turn that city up.
Already.
Pastor Troy gonna be there.
Mm.
We there
Uh-huh.
and we ready. One time for everybody who supports the Atlanta Falcons. One time for everybody who's going to be joining in and viewing this stream later. I am your host, Jack Spade. One time for the fan.